Good Tuesday morning, everyone. It is 12:51 Central, 1:51 Eastern. This is Corey here with 0 Meter Chasers. We have severe weather that is moving into the Central Kentucky area, so we're going to start our live coverage this morning. Appreciate everybody that is up and about and that has joined us this morning. We'll see how long this live coverage lasts. Again, we're looking at this line of severe thunderstorms here. Again, things are slowly weakening, but we still do have severe weather in the area. So right off the bat, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning. Let me make sure that I'm at the right radar site, which I am. It's a new severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued. Let me get that pulled up here. And this is going to be a new severe thunderstorm warning for Mercer County, southern Woodford County, southern Anderson County, central Jessamine County, and northern Washington County. This is until 2:15 Eastern Time, 1:15 Central. National Weather Service indicates a line of severe thunderstorms extending from Lawrenceburg to just north of Springfield. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust is going to be the main threat with that storm. So you see it right here on the radar. A little bit of a Boeing segment here from Willisburg all the way up to Lawrenceburg. That's where you're going to have that 60-mile-an-hour winds. So that's going to be a lot of Washington County is not going to be impacted, at least the southern half. This is just going to be the northern half of Washington County from Mackville up to Willisburg. Harrodsburg is going to be impacted, Nicholasville as well. But again, that is a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 21 minutes here. So we're going to scroll down the line here, get updated with all the latest information. This is a severe thunderstorm warning here. Let's see if I can get that one pulled up on the radar. This is going to be not that one. Be this one right here. Yes, this is going to be a severe thunderstorm warning. Let me get the right, we got a lot of warnings here, so just trying to get the right one, get that information out to you guys. This is a severe thunderstorm warning here for northwestern Nelson County, southeastern Meade, central Grayson, southwestern Bullitt, southern Breckenridge, Hardin, and northeastern Ohio counties. Again, this is a line of severe thunderstorms as well. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and penny-sized hail. Locations: Elizabethtown, Bardstown, Litchfield, Hardsburg, Radcliffe, Vine Grove, Lebanon Junction, Clarkson, and West Point. So just looking at the radar here, you see a little bit of a Boeing segment here. Coming into the Hardin County, Grayson County area. Big Clifty is going to be impacted with this. Rineyville. There's a new severe thunderstorm warning that was issued. So again, we got a new system here. Just trying to get it all. Just trying to learn it. Make sure I'm doing everything correctly here on my end. But the southern half here of Hardin County, so your White Mills, Hardin Springs, Stevensburg, St. John, Cecilia, over to Glendale, Big Clifty, even down into the Litchfield, Grayson County area, Clarkson, Grayson Springs, these type areas. We'll put a motion on this radar. You see this Boeing segment kind of coming in there. Again, this would be the northern part of Grayson County. into the southern half of Hardin County. I guess I should say the southern 2/3, basically south of Vine Grove. That's going to be the area that has the best chance to see winds potentially up to 60 miles an hour. Still some heavy thunderstorm activity ongoing there in the Radcliffe area too. But again, the best chance for those 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts is going to be to the south. Then we're going to go a little bit further to the south. Put a pause on the radar here. Again, you see this bowing segment on this part of the line. This part of the line looks the most severe out of all of the lines so far. We're actually going to switch to the Hopkinsville radar site here real quick. And we'll put a motion on the radar here for the Butler County, Grayson County, Ohio County area. I guess I should say Breckenridge County. We'll put a pause on the radar now. And let me get that warning pulled up for you guys. Okay, this is a severe thunderstorm warning for... There's another new warning that's popped up. But the warning you see right here on the screen is for northern Butler, southwestern Grayson, and southern Ohio counties. So it is Ohio County, sorry. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust is the main threat. Hartford, Morgantown, Casey, Beaver Dam, Caneyville, Rockport, Rochester, these type areas. And you see looking on the radar, you see this bowing segment coming into the southern half of Grayson County and then into Butler County. That's where you're going to have the best potential to see those winds potentially up to 60 miles an hour. Welch's Creek, Welcome, Eden, Caneyville, Ready, those type communities is what we're going to be looking at, or that there will be next in line for those 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Then you zoom out here. Outside of that, in western Kentucky, not really a lot going on. We have additional thunderstorm activity that has developed. But a lot of the environment just has not produced a lot of severe weather in western Kentucky like we thought the potential was. The potential was there, it just didn't happen. So a lot of these storms over here in western Kentucky, again, doesn't look like they're going to, produce any type of significant severe weather by no means. There is a new severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued by the National Weather Service. So we'll zoom in on that. And there's a new tornado warning. So this is our new system. Anytime the National Weather Service issues anything for Kentucky, it comes in immediately. We don't have to wait for it. It pops up on the screen in real time. You guys see it just as soon as we do. So we put a pause on this radar. Again, brand new severe thunderstorm warning out. There's another tornado warning that was issued. That is for the northern part of Kentucky. We have 7 severe thunderstorm warnings active in Kentucky right now. This is our newest severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued here in central Kentucky. This is going to be for southwestern LaRue County, northwestern Grayson County, south central Breckenridge County, southern Hardin County, southeastern Edmonson County. This is until 2:45 Eastern, 1:45 Central. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust is the main threat with that storm. And you see that Boeing segment that's coming through the western part of Grayson County right now. Coming through Caneyville, getting ready to come through Litchfield. So if you live in Litchfield, Morganfield, you can tell it's early in the morning. Munfordville, my apologies. Litchfield, Munfordville, Clarkson, Upton, Caneyville, Sonora, Bonneville, Rock Creek. Those are a couple of the communities impacted there. Again, that's on the western side of Grayson County that is moving to the east. So if you live in the eastern part of Grayson County, southern part of Hardin County, the northwestern part of Hart County, and even the western part of LaRue County, you need to be watching the storm to your west. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust is the primary threat with this storm. The National Weather Service has also put a tornado possible tag on this storm, which means there's at least a little bit of rotation. Let's pull up the velocity mode there. See what we're looking at here. Yep, a little bit of rotation just to the west of Litchfield there. So anytime the National Weather Service does a tornado possible tag, again, all that means is there's a little bit of rotation. When we have lines of severe thunderstorms like this, you can see quick spin up tornadoes with very little warning. So the National Weather Service will typically put a tornado tag on it just to kind of give everybody a heads up. But that's what they're saying. Remain alert for possible tornadoes. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado or you think you hear one, make sure you get into your tornado safe spot as soon as you can. National Weather Service is stating torrential rainfall is also occurring with this storm. So if there's any type of flooding, make sure you don't drive through any flooded roadways or anything like that. But just be aware if you live in flood-prone areas, low-lying, poor drainage areas. When these storms come through, we could definitely see some isolated flooding in those areas. So newest scan just came through. And we're still seeing that Boeing segment coming through Grayson County. So just come through Caneyville. Caneyville still taking a pretty good lick from this line of severe thunderstorms. Millwood is experiencing that now. Litchfield is next. Litchfield will be the next to experience severe thunderstorm conditions, winds potentially up to 60 miles an hour. So these are the only two severe thunderstorm warnings we really have in effect. Switch back to the Louisville radar site here real quick. Again, these storms just north of Litchfield here has really weakened. So your Elizabethtown area, Bardstown area, Shepherdsville type area. Again, this is what we expected to see. Now, I know there was a lot of people that really hyped this event up, but Western Kentucky really was the only area in the state that we expected, severe thunderstorm conditions that was going to be significant. And that didn't even happen. So we even got that part wrong. As far as Central Kentucky, we expected to see this line, a weakening line moved in. We talked about it for 2 or 3 days. I did not expect anything more than just a slight risk type thunderstorms for us tonight. And that's exactly what we're experiencing here tonight. So these storms just north of Litchfield here, just north of the warning area. this type area right here, these storms right here, will put a motion on the radar. These storms have really weakened here over the last, say, 15 to 20 minutes. So still strong thunderstorm conditions coming into Hardin County, Nelson County, the northern part of LaRue County there. Definitely going to see some heavy rainfall, some lightning, some gusty winds. But as of right now, not any type of severe weather ongoing in that area. So we will zoom over here just a little bit to the west. Again, we still have some tornadic conditions. If we really zoom out, we do have this tornado warning ongoing up here in the Maysville area. Again, this is northern Kentucky. We really don't cover that, but just wanted to touch on that just for a second. And then we've got just a plethora of strong to severe thunderstorm conditions ongoing here in eastern Kentucky. We will zoom in here just a little bit because this does include portions of Lexington, Nicholasville, Harrodsburg, Richmond, Winchester. So I do want to touch on these just real briefly, mainly because I personally have a lot of people that live in Richmond and Lexington. My mind will eventually catch up at 1:07 in the morning. So typically when we do severe weather coverage, we start earlier and we are continuing our coverage into the nighttime hours. Basically just waking up at midnight and jump starting right at midnight, it wears on you a little bit. So we have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing up here in the bluegrass region of Kentucky. Let me zoom in on this one. Our first severe thunderstorm warning is going to be this one right here. Again, there's 3 severe thunderstorm warnings, so trying to keep them all separated here. This is for Mercer, Southern Woodford, Central Jessamine, and East Central Washington counties. This is a line of severe thunderstorms moving east at 70. So this contains 60-mile-an-hour winds, and this is pretty much moved through the majority of the area. It's on the eastern part of this warning here. So Harrodsburg, Nicholasville, those type areas is going to be the areas experiencing 60-mile-an-hour winds right now. And then we're going to zoom out here, zoom over. And this is the severe thunderstorm warning that is going to include Richmond and areas just south of Lexington. And this is going to be a severe thunderstorm warning for Mercer County, Southern Woodford, Southern Anderson County, Central Jessamine. I just read that one. My apologies. Let me get the right one. There we go. We'll get everything rolling here pretty soon. East Central Mercer County, Southeastern Woodford, Northwestern Garrett, Clark County, Jessamine County, Madison County, Southern Fayette County. And this is going to be 60-mile-an-hour winds as well. On this line of severe thunderstorm activity, let me get the right here, right along this line is where you see that little bit of a Boeing segment. That's where you're going to have 60-mile-an-hour winds. That's going to go from Harrodsburg up to Nicholasville up to just south of Lexington. Just south, the southern side of Lexington is included. But that's going to be just south of the majority of the city there. And this is going to impact portions of Richmond, pretty much all of Madison County. Winchester is going to be included as well. So again, 60-mile-an-hour winds is just the primary threat with this line of severe thunderstorm activity up here in the bluegrass region. And then on top of that, we have this flash flood warning here in Louisville. They've experienced a lot of rainfall today. And that does include the city of Louisville on that flash flood warning. I'll read that as well because there is some people in Louisville. So flash flood warning for Central Clark County and South Central Indiana, Eastern Floyd County, Jefferson County, and Central Kentucky. southern Oldham County, and northwestern Shelby County. Between 2 to 3 inches of rain has fallen in this area. Additional rainfall amounts of a half inch up to an inch is possible in the warned area. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. So, areas in Louisville, Jeffersontown, New Albany, Jeffersontown, St. Matthew, Shively, LaGrange, Middleton, and Douglas Hills, all experiencing at least some type of flooding there in Metro Louisville. So again, we'll do a quick zoom out here. We'll put a motion on the radar so you guys can kind of see what is going on here. So again, as this line is moving to the east, this line is in a weakening phase. We have definitely seen here over the last, say, 30 minutes that this line has really started to weaken compared to what it was. Do have some severe thunderstorm conditions ongoing down there in Tennessee as well, just south of Nashville. I would say Tennessee might even be more active than Kentucky is. Go to the Memphis radar side, you guys kind of see what's going on there in Tennessee. But back up into Central Kentucky again. I got some people asking, what's coming toward the Greene Taylor County area. It's been well advertised. This is a line of severe thunderstorms that's moving strong to severe thunderstorms. Again, part of this line has weakened. So as this line continues to move to the east, this is what the rest of Central Kentucky is expected to see here over the next couple hours. Again, the tornado threat is very low, but not zero. Still expecting the possibility for an isolated tornado that is still on the table, but the tornado threat is low. Speaking of tornado threat, one thing we have to watch on these lines is these little kinks. You see this kink that's developed just right around the Litchfield area. This is why there's a tornado tag on this severe thunderstorm warning. Just for this little kink. These little kinks we find in these lines, this is where you can very quickly see a quick spin up tornado. We look at the velocity, and right there is a little bit of rotation showing up. So we'll keep an eye on that little kink there in that line. Nothing concerning right now by no means, but we want to keep an eye on that as it progresses to the east. So again, this severe thunderstorm warning here continues until 2:45 a.m. Eastern Time, 1:45 Central Time. So another 29 minutes on this storm. This is going to be for southwestern LaRue, northwestern Hart, Grayson County, southeastern Breckenridge, southern Hardin, and northeastern Edmonson counties. 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail is possible with this storm. And again, it's moving through the central part of Grayson County right now, progressing into the eastern part of Grayson County. So Litchfield, Mumfortville, Clarkson, Upton, Caneyville, Sonora, Bonnieville, Rock Creek, Eastview, and Cub Run is in the path of this severe thunderstorm. Again, that Boeing segment there continues. But we're also watching this little kink here just to the east of Litchfield. Again, nothing to be worried about, but the National Weather Service is stating to remain alert for a possible tornado. They have put a tornado tag on this storm, so the National Weather Service is stating that a quick spin-up tornado is possible with this storm, but it's not imminent. And that is the only severe thunderstorm warning we have in effect here in central Kentucky, outside of our severe thunderstorm warning up here in the Bluegrass region. So that's at least a little bit of good news. We do have a special weather statement that the National Weather Service has issued. We'll zoom in on this. Again, these special weather statements here are areas that the National Weather Service highlight that is just below severe limits. So the special weather statement that I have highlighted here on the map, or on the radar I should say, is for northern Logan County, southern Hart County, Butler, South Central Grayson, northern Warren, and Edmonson counties. This goes until 2 o'clock a.m. Central Time. This line is moving to the east at 50 miles an hour. The National Weather Service is stating wind gust up to 45 miles an hour is possible. So again, severe criteria is 60 mile an hour winds. It's 58 miles an hour actually, but the National Weather Service always puts it at 60 when they issue warnings. So this is quite a bit below severe limits, but still strong enough to pack a punch. Morgantown, Muffortville, Brownsville, Anderson, Casey Lee, Horse Cave, Lewisburg, Rochester, and Woodbury are a couple locations in this special weather statement. Again, torrential rainfall is occurring with this line as it progresses to the east. So if you live in those flood-prone areas, poor drainage areas, low-lying areas, just beware that you could see some isolated flooding with this line as it progresses to the east. So again, we'll do another zoom out here. We still have that severe thunderstorm watch in effect until there's at 3 a.m. I think it's 3 a.m. There's a tornado warning that was just issued. That was just what we was talking about. We was talking about we had to watch this kink in the line, and that's exactly why we watched. We had our eyes on that. So let me text my best friend. He lives in Magnolia. So again, new tornado warning just issued. Again, we was just talking about that just a minute ago. We was talking about this little kink in the line here. So that's what we had to keep an eye on right there, is that little kink in the line. This is where you can see those quick spin-up tornadoes with this line as it moves to the east. So again, new tornado warning just issued. This is going to be for southwestern LaRue County, northern Hart County, east central Grayson County, south central Hardin County until 2:45 Eastern, 1:45 Central. National Weather Service Doppler radar indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado 8 miles southeast of Litchfield. So the National Weather Service is stating that this tornadic thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of southwestern LaRue, northern Hart, east central Grayson, and south central Hardin counties. But if you live in Rock Creek, Seven Corners, Wabash, Bonneville, Broadford, Flint Hill, Snap, Royal, these type communities, Magnolia, Buffalo, even Tanner, Sonora is going to be on the northern part of this. So if you live in these areas, be in your tornado safe zone, just as a precaution. So right here is where this area of rotation's at. It's going to be in the vicinity of Millerstown, right there on the Grayson, Hardin, Hart County, where those three counties kind of intersect there. But this area of rotation is pretty much going to stay right along the Hart County, Hardin County border. That's where that area of rotation is going to stick for the most part. Right along that area. So if you live right there, right along the Hardin Hart County line, LaRue Hart County line, that's where that area of rotation is kind of going to travel, right along the northern Hart County line. So if you live anywhere close to that northern Hart County line, you need to be in your tornado safe zone as this area of rotation moves to the east. So the area of rotation is still showing up right there along the Hardin, Grayson, and Hart County, where those three counties kind of intersect. That is where that area of rotation is showing up right now. So if you're just joining me, we have a new tornado warning again. Somebody's telling me the sirens in E-Town is going off. There's no reason for the sirens in E-Town to be going off. None whatsoever. There's no severe weather in Elizabethtown. So if you're in Elizabethtown, if sirens are going off, I've got a Vicky telling me the sirens are going off in Radcliffe. There's absolutely no reason at all for sirens to be going off unless you are in the southern part of Hardin County. You're Sonora, pretty much Sonora and to the south of Hardin County. So I don't know how the emergency management situation is in Hardin County, but that is a major malfunction. There's no reason to have sirens going off in Elizabethtown. So again, if you're tuning in Elizabethtown, you are good to go. Now, Danielle, thank you for letting me know that. Glendale, Sonora, yes. The sirens in Glendale and Sonora need to be going off because they are included. Glendale's really not, but they are in that severe thunderstorm warning that has a tornado possible tag with it. So I can kind of, vouch for Glendale. Sonora, definitely. The sirens need to be going off. If there's sirens pretty much anywhere to the south of Glendale, I can justify sirens going off. But as far as anywhere else in Hardin County, Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, you're in the clear. Especially Radcliffe. Radcliffe's in the clear for the night. No additional severe weather is expected in Radcliffe. Elizabethtown is almost in the clear. Just some heavy thunderstorm activity ongoing here in Elizabethtown, heavy rainfall, but nothing severe. The tornado warning is to the south, and that is what we are tracking right now. So again, if you're just now tuning in, we have this new tornado warning that was just issued. Again, this tornado warning is for southwestern LaRue County. So if you hear your location called, this is where the danger is right now. Southwestern LaRue County, northern Hart County, east central Grayson, south central Hardin County. This is till 12:45 Eastern, 1:45 Central. Let's go back to the velocity mode here to see if we see any type of suspicious activity. Still a little bit of rotation showing up right there along the Hardin-Hart County line. And again, this rotation is going to drive right along the northern Hart County line. So that's where it's driving. But even on that latest scan, I'm not really seeing any type of rotation that concerns me. Again, the rotation is going to be right here, but I don't see any type of rotation that's really concerning. Right along the Hardin-Hart County line is where that rotation's at, but I don't see anything that just screams tornado or tornadic or anything like that. But right there's where it's going to be. Again, right along that Hardin-Hart County line, right there where that kink is in the line. Yes, I got a lot of people coming into the chat here talking about Hardin County. Again, so let's do a quick zoom out. I want everybody to kind of see what's going on. We'll take our tornado warning message off there. That way everybody can kind of get a big screen picture. And this is your line of severe thunderstorm activity, strong to severe thunderstorm. Again, we only have one severe thunderstorm warning and one tornado warning with this line, and it's right here in the same area. That's it. No other area on this line is producing severe weather. So we're going to go back up here into Hardin County. Again, I got a lot of people asking me about Hardin County, saying sirens are going off in E-Town, Radcliffe. You're good. No severe weather in Radcliffe. No severe weather Vine Grove, Ronnieville, Elizabethtown, Cecilia. The northern 2/3 of Hardin County is in the clear. The southern part of Hardin County is the area that is concerning. So again, I don't try to call people out, but the emergency management situation in Hardin County, y'all got to get that under control. Throwing sirens out for the entire county of Hardin, ridiculous in this type of situation. You're getting people worked up into a panic in Elizabethtown and Radcliffe for absolutely no reason at all. But the southern part of Hardin County here, the Sonora area, Flint Hill, Seven Corners, Upton, this part of Hardin County is in a tornado warning. Again, it's the very southern part of Hardin County, and this is the area I'm circling right here. So if you're in this vicinity of Hardin County, please be in your tornado safe zone just as a precaution. That area of rotation is more than likely to your south, right along the Lone Oak area, Millerstown, Riders Mill. Right here is more than likely where that area of rotation is, just to the south of the Hardin County line there. But it's right there on the Hardin County line, and this is moving to the east. So if you live in Hammondville, Magnolia, Lone Star, Bonneville, Mount Sherman, Buffalo even, be in your tornado safe zone, at least as a precaution. Again, not seeing anything on the radar that really, screams tornadic. We do have that little kink in the line. There is a little bit of rotation, but it's nothing that is overly concerning to me at this juncture at 1:30 Central Time, 2:30 Eastern Time, Tuesday morning. So we do another zoom out here. Again, this is our situation. That's the only two warnings we have in effect right now. The only two warnings we have in effect. We have a special weather statement here that includes portions of Butler, Edmonson County, here in central Kentucky. We'll put a motion on this. And this area of strong thunderstorm activity is slowly moving to the south and east. 45-mile-an-hour winds, main threat with that storm, or with that portion of the line, I should say. But again, we continue to track this tornado warning here. At least for the next 14 minutes. So it's 1:30 Central Time, 2:30 Eastern Time. And again, I want to give everybody kind of an update of what's going on. We've talked about this for a couple weeks. The National Weather Service just updated that tornado warning, moved it to the east just a little bit. So this still includes portions of Hardin County, but as you can see, the only area of Hardin County that it includes is the very, very corner, the very southern corner, the southeastern corner of Hardin County. That's the only location in Hardin County that is included. So the National Weather Service is stating that this tornado warning remains in effect until 2:45 Eastern, 1:45 Central, southwestern LaRue, northeastern Hardin, and southern Hardin County. So let's pull up the velocity scan again. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Definitely still some rotation ongoing there right along the from the Lone Star area in Hart County up to the Hardin-Hart County line. And you see this little kink in the line here right along the Lone Star area. That's the area that is suspicious. And again, this is going to be moving to the east. So Hammondville, Magnolia, please be in your tornado safe zone as this area pulls through. Newest scan coming through right now. And we still have that little kink in the line there. A little kinky. But again, we also have this line. This is the strongest part of this line. And you see kind of like this bowing segment here. That is the area that has the best potential to see those winds potentially up to 60 miles an hour. So even though we have this tornado warning here, I don't want to sleep on that damaging wind threat either. So even if you live in Hodgenville, some strong winds coming through right now as we speak. So Hodgenville up to New Haven. I would say winds easily up to 40, 45 miles an hour, even up to the Springfield area. I actually would not be surprised to see at least somewhat of an extension on this severe thunderstorm warning here. That might include something along the lines. Let me put a motion on this radar. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see somewhat of an extension here. Maybe something along the lines of this right here. That'd be the kind of the area that I would be monitoring, because this line is still packing a little bit of a punch here as this line progresses to the east. So this area that I have highlighted in the black here, I would not be surprised at all if the National Weather Service extended this severe thunderstorm warning to the east, at least for this specific area. So we'll see what the National Weather Service decides to do with it. But at least something, special weather statement, something. This line's still packing a pretty good punch here. So we'll wait to see what the National Weather Service does with that. So while we're waiting for a decision on that, let's get back in here to our tornado warning. You want to make sure that we are continuing to track this. This is the most dangerous storm we have on the radar right now in central Kentucky. That new severe thunderstorm warning you've seen pop up, that's for portions of northern Kentucky. Or I guess I should say eastern Kentucky. So let's go to the velocity mode here. Let's check it out. Put a motion on the radar. Let's have a nice little look. Again, that rotation still just north of the Bonneville area. You know, I'm not seeing anything that's, you know, real significant by no means. But you look at it here on with the new scan coming in, and you see this little kink right here in the line. This is air that's getting wrapped into the storm here, causing a little bit of rotation around the Bonneville area. So this area of rotation is actually going to be just south of Magnolia now. So your Hammondville, Jonesville area there in Hart County, I do believe this area of rotation is going to stay in Hart County. Again, if you're in this vicinity, just please be in your tornado safe zone. That kink is still relative right between Bonneville and Hammondville in Hart County. So if you're in Magnolia, still be in your tornado safe zone, but I don't think it reaches the northern part of this warning. I don't think it reaches the Tanner community, the Buffalo community, those type areas. Still, nonetheless, be in your tornado safe zone. Respect the polygon, as James Spann would say. If you're inside this polygon, make sure that you are in your tornado safe zone. So again, you guys are seeing our new automated system here. You're seeing warnings pop up. I've got it set to Kentucky. What you're seeing here is a lot of warnings over here in the Moorhead, West Liberty region. So a lot of severe weather ongoing in that region of Kentucky, but I don't cover that far to the northeast. So we're going to stick to our guns here in the central Kentucky area. The severe thunderstorm warning expires in 5 minutes. I would like to believe the National Weather Service would extend this, but we're going to wait to see what they decide to do. This tornado warning has another 5 minutes on that as well. So the National Weather Service has some decisions to make here within the next 5 minutes, and just based on this kink here, I mean, you still see the kink in the line. And that's still showing a little bit of rotation with this severe thunderstorm. So the National Weather Service is going to extend this in some capacity, I would believe. But right here, newest scan coming in, and we got fast scan on. That way we can get the quickest data out to you guys. But again, this area of rotation is between the Bonneville and Jonesville area. And if it stays together, Greene County is going to be next in line. So if you live in Greene County, the northern portion of Greene County specifically, I would be paying very close attention. So this would be your Creel, Bloyd, Allendale, Mount Sherman type areas, even Summersville, at least the northern part of Summersville. And this would eventually be moving into the Taylor County area, depending on what the National Weather Service decides to do. I don't know if they'll extend the tornado warning, but I definitely think at least, I mean, you look at the line here, we're still packing a pretty good punch. I definitely think some type of at least severe thunderstorm warning, at least something specifically for something like this. I think the National Weather Service, I think at least a severe thunderstorm warning is justified for this region right here. But we'll see what the National Weather Service decides to do. But regardless, the area inside this black box can expect to see some strong thunderstorm conditions here over the next 30 minutes or so. But we're waiting to see what the National Weather Service is going to do with both of these warnings. Both these warnings expire in 3 minutes. So, but there will be a decision within the next 3 minutes for sure, whether they expire it or extend it. And boom. I was pretty spot on with that warning there, wasn't I, chat? Yeah, so there, the National Weather Service has extended that almost to the exact box that I drew on there. Pretty impressive for 1:40 in the morning. So there is your new severe thunderstorm warning. So the National Weather Service is going to allow this tornado warning to expire. Just to make sure there is not any additional information. Still seeing some rotation around the Jonesville and Hammondville communities. This is going to be just south of Magnolia. So again, this tornado warning is going to expire, but I don't want anybody there in the Jonesville, Hammondsville area, and even in the northern Greene County area, to let their guard down. I would go ahead and be in your tornado safe zone as a precaution. Still an area of rotation showing up, even though that tornado warning is going to expire. Magnolia, you are good to go. So, John and Chastity, I don't know if y'all are still up and listening, but you guys are good to go. You guys are going to experience some heavy thunderstorm activity ongoing right now. That's mainly heavy rainfall. So if you live in the LaRue County area, specifically the southern part, basically from Buffalo over to Magnolia, Mount Sherman, these type areas, lots of heavy rainfall ongoing, gusty winds for sure. Even down into Hart County, your Hammondville, Jonesville, Bonneville type areas, all the way down to Mumfortville. Lots of heavy rainfall ongoing there as well. I'm going to try it, John. Don't you worry. Excuse me. So Chris is reporting it's pouring down a lot of lightning in Buffalo. Yeah, that's a lot. Lots of rainfall is going to be ongoing with these storms as they progress through. So here's your new severe thunderstorm warning. Haven't got a chance to read that just yet. Wanted to make sure we got through the tornadic portion of that storm. So this is a new severe thunderstorm warning. This tornado warning is going to expire. You'll see it disappear from the screen here in just a second. This is going to be for South Central Nelson, Greene County, LaRue County, Southern Marion County, Hart County, and Taylor County. This is going to go until 3:30 Eastern Time, 2:30 Central. It's going to be a 45-minute warning here. Severe thunderstorms were located in a line from Hodgenville, Hodgenville to Brownsville, moving east at 50 miles an hour. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust is going to be the primary threat with this storm. So if you live in Campbellsville, Lebanon, Hodgenville, Greensburg, Mumfortville, Three Springs, Monroe, Horse Cave, Bradfordsville, Bonneville, these are the areas expected to see severe thunderstorm conditions here over the next 45 minutes. The National Weather Service is also stating that tornadoes, isolated tornadoes, is possible with this storm. So they have put a tornado tag with this storm, letting everybody know to remain alert for a possible tornado. These little kinks we see in the line here. You see these different little kinks. Those are the areas that we're going to keep an eye on for potential quick spin-up tornadoes. Okay. Along with the wind threat and the potential for isolated spin-up tornado, National Weather Service is also highlighting the potential for torrential rainfall. So if you live in low-lying, flood-prone, poor drainage areas, please be aware that these storms are producing torrential rainfall. You could see some isolated flooding with these storms as they come through. And we'll do a quick zoom out, kind of give everybody an idea of what's going on here. We'll put this radar into motion. And this is what we've been talking about for 2 or 3 days now. We expected this line of storms to be moving through early Tuesday morning. That's what we're looking at right now. It is early Tuesday morning. We expected this line to be in a weakening phase. That's exactly what this line is. Overall, it's in a weakening phase, even though the area that I cover the most, the Greene-Taylor surrounding county area, even though that we are under the warning, overall, that's the only warning on the line. There's no other additional warnings ongoing in central Kentucky. This is it. The warning you see up here in Louisville, that's a flash flood warning. This blue you have over here in Bowling Green is a special weather statement. Special weather statements are areas that the National Weather Service highlights that's just below severe limits. So this special weather statement that you see right here, that's going to be for portions of Hart, Grayson, Warren, Logan, Edmonson, and Butler County, which is this string of thunderstorm activity that you see right here on your screen. We'll put this radar in motion. This area of thunderstorm activity is moving to the east at 50 miles an hour. It's producing wind gusts up to 45 miles an hour. Along with torrential rainfall with this as well. Lots of lightning, torrential rainfall. And again, that's going to be for portions of Hart County, Grayson, Warren, Logan, Edmonson, and Butler County. So again, once this line moves past your location, the severe weather threat's over for this morning. We're still expecting to see an additional round of severe weather later on this evening into tonight again. That's going to be, again, the afternoon hours, evening. But for this morning, once this area moves through, the severe weather threat is over. So one thing I do want to show you guys here is this little tornado ID. This is a new product here from WeatherWise Radar. This is kind of a little bit of AI technology that WeatherWise is using, and it kind of points out different ingredients from the radar that would indicate a potential tornado developing. And this tornado ID is given a 50% chance for a tornadic rotation to develop. So not a very high percentage, but we're going to keep an eye on this area right here in this area, Horse Cave up to Hardyville, because if you look at the reflectivity there, that is kind of where one of those little kinks are in the line. So we're going to keep an eye on that to see if it develops into anything. Hardyville area, we're going to watch the little kink there. So you're starting to see these little kinks in the line. Again, any of these little kinks is going to have the potential to rotate a little bit and potentially, pop out a quick spin up tornado. So we'll keep an eye on all those kinks. We definitely don't like it kinky this early in the morning. So again, severe thunderstorm warning, no tornado warnings or anything like that is in effect. We only have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect right now. That is the primary threat. That's going to go until 2:30 Eastern Time. Tyler, yes, Upton there is no tornado warnings in effect. No tornado warnings in effect for Central Kentucky whatsoever. So again, this is the strongest part of the line. So if you live anywhere along this black line that I just drew, this is going to be the area that has the potential to see those winds potentially up to 60 miles an hour. So if you live in the Hardeeville, Glen Lily area, they're in Hart County. The Eve community of Greene County, Lobb, Jonesville, Hudgens, Creel, Mount Sherman, Buffalo even still experiencing some heavy thunderstorm activity. You get into the LaRue County area again. The eastern part of LaRue County there. Your Badger community, Maple community there in the northwestern part of Taylor County. Raywick, St. Joe's, they're in Marion County experiencing some pretty strong thunderstorm activity. Again, this wind is going to pack a punch. And a lot of people talking about how the wind is pretty nasty. This wind is going to pack a punch. Thank you, Beverly. We appreciate you tuning in from Bonneville. Definitely appreciate you. Hope you tune in more often. Brianna, Hart County is almost done. don't want Hart County to let their guard down just yet. We'll do a zoom out here. In Bonneville's in the clear for severe weather. So if you live in the Bonneville area in Hart County, the Bonneville, Hammondville, even down to Mumfordville, the storm is moving out of the area. The best chance for severe weather is definitely going to be to your east now. So still lightning, some gusty winds, some moderate rainfall, but the most significant part of that storm has moved to the east. Now, the southeastern part of Hart County, your Hardeeville community, still experiencing severe thunderstorm conditions. I don't want anybody to let their guard down on the eastern part of Hart County, especially toward the Hardeeville area. Now, the northern part of Greene County here is getting rocked right now. All jokes aside, this is a pretty nasty little bit of a Boeing segment we have coming into Greene County here, at least the northern part of it. And then we're still watching this little, you see this little kink here around the Lobb community. That's, we got to watch these little kinks in the line because that's where you could see your quick spin up tornado. So we're going to keep an eye on that newest scan coming in right now. Again, Summersville, the northern part of Greene County, is going to get rocked by this severe thunderstorm. So again, if you're in Greene County at all, especially I would even say the northern 2/3, be prepared for some strong winds, potentially up to 60 miles an hour here over the next 10 to 15 minutes. So again, appreciate everybody tuning in. Brenda, thank you for that storm report there. Brenda's in northern Greene County. Thank you, Brenda. Appreciate that. Thank you, Casey. Casey's getting a little bit of hail in Allendale. No tornadoes, no tornado warnings, no reports of tornadic activity, nothing like that. Again, this is going to be lots of lightning. Lots of lightning. You see the lightning tracker here on the radar. Lots of lightning strikes. Do want to pull up the radar just to make sure we're not getting blindsided by anything here. Sorry, replying to some messages right now. Just looking at the velocity scan, making sure there's nothing, again, nothing that we're going to get blindsided from. But you look at the velocity scan, you can really see these Boeing segments here as these storms come into Greene County. It's going to produce a lot of wind. You see those areas that I drew on the velocity mode matches up to where the radar is with those Boeing segments. But again, we still got to watch these little kinks in the line to make sure there's no type of quick spin up tornadoes with this line of severe thunderstorms. But again, right now the Gabe community is getting rocked. Summersville's right on the doorstep. This is going to produce easily 50 to 60 mile an hour winds, no doubt in my mind. Coakley, the Mac community. In fact, I just got a report out of Mac from James Reynolds. Appreciate you, James, getting rocked in Mac. And that is true. Right there is Mac on the radar. And that line of severe thunderstorm activity is coming through Mac as we speak. White Rose all the way up to Willowtown here in Taylor County. Let me see if I can, let me get the roads pulled up here. There we go. I always like to have the roads up. I should have done that already. Mary's got reports in the Nansburg of some pretty severe thunderstorm, pretty rough severe thunderstorm conditions. Still watching this area in the Webbs community down here in Greene County. And this is a little kink in the line here and then a little kink right here in Summersville. Again, we're watching these kinks very, very carefully. That's where you can see your quick spin up tornadoes. But you look at this velocity mode here. The Gabe community into the Summersville getting ready to move through Highway 61. This is a very strong area of winds. This is a little Boeing segment that you see right here. Let's wait for this other warning. Again, this other warning you see popping up here is for eastern Kentucky. Newest scans just come in. But that area right there, right along Highway 61, getting ready to come into Greensburg. Just north of Greensburg. This is a pretty strong area of wind activity. 50, 60 mile an hour winds easily. Potentially maybe even up to 65. Yeah, but getting a lot of reports. Bad on 88. And guess what? That is just where what we're looking at right here. Here's Highway 88. This area of wind that I'm talking about just come through Highway 88. And I've gotten like 3 reports from Highway 88 talking about how bad it was. So just be aware of that. Again, this is all straight line wind damage right now. Now, there could be a, We're going to be watching this area right here because I'm pretty sure that's where that kink is in the line. And that's going to be just the south of Summersville there. So we're going to watch this area. Yep, right there it is. Right there it is. That's what I've been telling you guys. We have to watch that kink in the line. That's what we're doing. So, again, thank you guys. Hang on. Again, I've talked about this for the last 10 minutes or so. We got to watch these kinks in the line. So, new tornado warning. New tornado warning. Be in your tornado safe zone. Those areas I was just calling out, be in your tornado safe zone immediately. This could be a quick spin-up tornado on the ground right now, or at least very close to it. Let me get this pulled up here. Again, we want to get these people. We're going to start calling out some locations here. Highway 61. This is going to be pretty much right on top of Greensburg. If you're in Greensburg, be in your tornado safe zone immediately. This area of rotation is going to be just to the north of Highway 68 there, just to the north of Greensburg. This is going to be coming through Bluff Boom.